everyone. So I figured today I would do a skincare routine. I've seen a lot of these videos out there, and I figured that I would throw mine into the mix. I hope to sort of have my channel here as a mix of primarily home fragrance, Bath and Body Works Slack and White Barn, candles and things like that, some Bath and Body Works hauls, as well as skincare, Birchbox unboxings, things like that. We'll see where else it goes. I'm not sure. That may be it, but I hope to be more informational and educational as opposed to just presentational with the videos that I do. So I wanted to show you what I use. I mentioned some of these products in my Birchbox unboxing videos, especially the most recent one for the July box, as far as some of the Kiehls products that I'm really into right now and have been for a while. So I guess I will just get right into this. I've used a lot of different things over the years, Kiehls and otherwise, and this is what I've sort of settled on right now. It seems to really work for my skin. In general, my skin is combination oily, the typical T-zone oily, more oily in the summer, a little bit drier around here in the winter, and so I sometimes will get things that are for acne, acne-prone skin, but not always. Sort of right in the middle. So I'll start with the whole. It's usually a 5-step process. What I've learned over the years is that they generally say cleanse, tone, treat. Or I guess 4-step. Cleanse, tone, treat, moisturize. With that, there's also additional things. It's exfoliate, cleanse, tone, treat, whether it's anti-aging, if it's under-eye treatments, things to depuff, to reduce dark circles, acne treatments, whatever it may be. And then you put your moisturizer on top at the very end for on top of everything else. So we'll start and we'll sort of go through what I do right now. First of all, before the cleansing, I do probably, at this point, maybe a few times a month. I should do it more often. But I use Kiehls Rare Earth Deep Pore Cleansing Mask. Kiehls, if you don't know Kiehls, K-I-E-H-L''S, they're really, really great. They started as an apothecary in 1851 in New York City on 3rd Avenue. They still have their original flagship store there. They're sold in lots of department stores. They have some freestanding stores more and more across the country. But they're really, really great products. They are based more scientifically than other things. There are other lines that aren't even specifically for men, but things like the Philosophy that are out there and a lot of other lines seem to be more for marketing, whereas Kiehls, of course they have marketing and there's sort of gimmicky things to everything, but they're really focused on, they tell you what the active ingredients are, why they're in there, what they do, and they have many different lines for different skin types. And they have very knowledgeable staff as well. You go in there and you tell them, and they know up to date, top to bottom, sort of exactly what you need and what would work for you. And the really cool thing with Kiehls too is they don't do typical advertising, which is why you won't really see them. You might see advertising online a bit, but you won't see them in catalogs. You won't see commercials, things like that. What they do is they work on word of mouth and on samples. So when you go into the store and you buy any product, you can request usually up to 2 or 3 samples. Sometimes it'll be deluxe samples, like the things you might have seen in Birchbox boxes, over the past year or so. And they also just have more simple, small samples. But what they figure is if you go in there and you try 3 different moisturizers, or a moisturizer and a shaving cream and an under-eye treatment, if you don't like it, you don't like it, that's fine. But if you like it, there's a much greater chance of you coming in and spending the $20 to $40 on whatever it may be that you're purchasing to actually pick it up. So it's really, really fun. It's a good way. It's almost, people who like the Birchbox and the sample boxes out there really, I think, would enjoy Kiehls. So anyhow, getting into this is from their Rare Earth line, which uses Amazonian white clay. With this line, they have a mask, they have cleanser, toner, moisturizer, a couple of different things. I've used the whole line, but I didn't love it for the other products in it, but this is really nice. It's sort of a standard mask you'd see in many products or companies. And it's not drying, it doesn't, it's not sticky, it doesn't burn, it doesn't make your skin turn red. It's just a really nice deep pore cleansing. It doesn't strip your skin, but it definitely feels refreshed, and you've got a layer off. So it's exfoliating, purify. It says intensely purifies to minimize pores. So again, any of these products, I'd be happy to do a more in-depth review on them. or answer your comments and questions. And certainly just check out Kiehls.com to learn a lot more about them, and maybe check out your local Kiehls store. So I do this a few times a month. It's supposed to be, I think, twice a week. So that is the exfoliate or specialty treat outside of your standard 4-step process. Then we've got cleanse, which to cleanse I use a product most people know about, the Clarisonic. This is the Clarisonic Plus. It comes with a body brush, which I really don't use that much. I don't need to exfoliate. I don't really have dry elbows or anything like that. So with Kiehls, with Clarisonic, as most people know, you have brush heads. This is the deep pore. I believe it's deep pore brush. Just a little bit thicker of a brush than your sensitive or normal, and you simply clip that on there, and it uses, like the ultrasonic toothbrushes, it uses ultrasonic waves to clean deeply into your pores. Most people know about this, and they're gaining in popularity, but they really do make an incredible difference. Even I obviously don't wear makeup, but even just having dirt and oil on my face or moisturizer on my face, it really makes a huge difference in how clean my skin feels and how it looks immediately after using it and the next day. But if you don't know it, it just beeps on, and you can see a little bit there, I think. It moves, it vibrates, and it just really provides a really great clean. So I use that every day with Kiehls Facial Fuel Energizing Face Wash Gel Cleanser for Men. Now, I use most of my Kiehls products come from this Facial Fuel line, which is a line that they market towards men. It's meant a little bit more for a man's face that might be a little bit tougher than women's skin. Obviously, because we have to shave and things like that, our skin's a little bit tougher, and it sometimes will need a stronger, treatment based on what we're doing, or based on what you need. So this is just a gel cleanser, and this has some active ingredients in it. It has caffeine, menthol, vitamin E, and it has invigorating extracts derived from lemon and orange peels. It refuels your face, this is what it says. And it smells great, a little bit minty, a little bit soapy, and you need the tiniest amount. It's kind of crazy. This is I didn't go over the prices, I don't really remember. I think this was maybe 26, 28 something. This is, I want to say, $20 for 8.4 ounces. But really, twice a day I use just enough to fill the little center section of that. So I use probably half a teaspoon morning and night. And between my boyfriend and I, we go through one of these probably every 2 to 4 months. So when you look at it that way, $20 even if it's every 2 months, $10 a month, $5 per person per month, that's not an issue, and you're using really high quality products. It's totally worth it. So that's the gel cleanser. Really, really love it. It's invigorating. It has a little bit of a tingle to it without being too much. Then after that, I use one of 2 different toners. Toners, of course, are to tone the skin, obviously, but they help tighten up your pores. They help prepare it for whatever products you're going to put on top of that. For men, after we've shaved, toners can also help soothe the skin, prevent ingrown hairs, prevent razor burn, things like that. So the first one that I use, and I don't use both of these together, but I use them separately. The first one is Facial Fuel Energizing Tonic for Men with bamboo extract, and this is a fairly newer product. This retails for $16 for 8 ounces, and it lasts much longer than the facial fuel. I've had this, I think, for maybe 2.5 months, and you see I've really only used just a little bit here. But it says it instantly fights visible signs of fatigue for smoother, healthier looking skin. Caffeine, vitamin C and E with bamboo extract soothe and balance skin for an energized and refreshed appearance. For just shaved skin, our formula provides a hydrated and comfortable finish. As opposed to using a little cotton ball or something, I shake a little bit into my palms, rub it together, and pat it on my face. So that's great. Another one that I use sometimes, that I use more, I think, throughout the winter, is the Men's Alcohol-Free Herbal Toner for normal to oily skin type. This is really nice. It's one of their original formulations, I believe. And this one has great burdock, lavender, ivy, allantoin, I'm not sure what that is, to help comfort the facial skin after shaving. And it also has pro vitamin B5 and pure corn mint oil, which provides cooling mentholated effect. And it's for normal to oily skin types. And this one's really, really nice. It smells great. And you can really smell the lavender in there. And it's in there. I like that it's not in there just for the scent or a fake fragrance like a lot of things have, but it's actually in there for the properties that I think that's what it is, for its healing properties and calming properties to coarse nerves and skin. So this one's really nice. I've been using this one because I like the sample I had, and I figured for the summer, sort of the energizing one could be good. But this one also is fantastic, because sometimes we switch back and forth so the skin doesn't get too used to one thing. And I'm really rambling here a lot. I've got about 5 minutes left in this video before we get cut off, so I've got to run through the next few things. So we've got cleanse, tone, then we have treat. Treat, again, can be many different things. What I use here, I use acne prevention, or to heal current acne. I use an anti-aging, and then I use an under-eye depuffer, fine line reducer, and like bags, dark circles kind of thing. So the first thing is Acne Blemish Control Daily Skin Clearing Treatment. This is from the line of Kiehls Dermatologist Solutions, which is fantastic. It's a salicylic acid treatment, which doesn't sound like it's that special because everything out there has salicylic acid in it. But this is such a soothing, healing sort of cream. It's almost moisturizing. Sometimes if it's really a super hot day, I won't even use moisturizer. It's almost gone, so I can't get much out. But this I just put on sort of here, if I have any spots of acne, whether it's whiteheads or blackheads, just different areas around the nose. It's soothing, and it really is the best thing I've ever used for acne. As a teen, I had probably average to moderate acne, like most kids get, and this works probably better than anything I ever had. It's a little pricey, around $30 for a tube of 1 ounce, but it's really, really great. The other couple of things here, which again I might have to do a different video to get more in depth with these, also from the Dermatologist Solution line, is Powerful Strength Line Reducing Concentrate, clinically demonstrated to noticeably decrease the appearance of marionette lines, crow's feet, suborbital wrinkles, while improving skin texture and radiance, with a continuous delivery of 10.5% pure vitamin C. This is pretty pricey. I splurged a bit on this. I think it was $78 for 2.5 ounces. And this is, I think it's retinol A is what we compare it to, which tends to dry out the skin more, or the skin reacts more to it negatively, whereas this vitamin C treatment does really great things. And I did notice, I haven't been using it every day recently, but I noticed a huge improvement to just the overall texture of my skin, to splotches here and there. It really did some good stuff, and at my age I'm into preventing wrinkles, and so this is a good way to start. The other two things I use with the treat section here are 2 different eye creams. I use a nighttime and a morning. The first one is Midnight Eye Recovery, which is from the Kiehls Midnight Oil, which I'll do a separate review maybe of that. It's an eye treatment of that, and this is it's a restorative concentrate of essential oils and botanicals for fresher, younger looking eyes by morning. I do that at night, just lightly dabbed under the eyes. And then morning I do Eye Alert, Energy Booster to combat puffiness and dark circles from the Facial Fuel line. So I do those. This one really helps with if I wake up with puffy eyes, or I just look tired, fatigued in the morning, a little bit of dark circles, had a long night. This really works within like 20 minutes. That's the cleanse, tone, treat, and then finally moisturize. I use 3 different moisturizers, not all at once, but I use 3 depending on the day. The standard one I use here, is a Facial Fuel Energizing Moisture Treatment for Men, and this is just a really nice. It's not too thick, it smells good, it's like somewhat thin, and it soaks right into the face. It smells great, it feels good, it doesn't break me out, and it really does moisturize to refuel and re-energize. So really great stuff. Also from the same line, they have a couple different ones, and I've tried many of them. Another one that's brand new is Facial Fuel No Shine Hydrator, oil-free 24-hour moisture gel for men. And this is supposedly, it says instantly refreshing, a moisture gel as opposed to a cream that effectively mattifies the skin surface with a blend of zinc, sodium, and magnesium. It helps reduce the appearance of facial oils while boosting skin's ability to maintain optimal hydration. I like this. I'm not totally sure on this one yet. I've been using it for about a week, so stay tuned on this to see what I really think after a little bit longer time. And then lastly, sometimes I like this one, it seems to mattify the best in the summertime, from the Rare Earth Pore Minimizing Lotion from the Rare Earth line. This has Amazonian white clay in it, so it really does sort of absorb the oils on your skin. Not super moisturizing, but in the summertime when you just need a light moisturizer, it's really nice. And then lastly, at night, I just put on a layer of Kiehls Lip Balm No. 1, which is fairly greasy, but it really helps to keep your lips great in the winter. So that's about it for my daily skincare routine. If you have questions, let me know, and I'd be happy to get more in depth on any of these products. And until next time, thanks for watching.